Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back, and you are here because you forgot your Japanese and need to learn it again. Apologies, I didn't have time to actually do a video last week. I just been so busy with the gaming channel and some stuff in my personal life, and I'm gonna be starting up my mixing channel again. So there's a lot of stuff happening right now in the maydaysan umbrella career thing. So bear with me. So today we are actually gonna be restarting the Relearn Japanese and Kanji Buff again. We took a week break. We're gonna be back at it again. I could assume that there might actually be more breaks in the future unless I'm able to like stock content like a month in advance. So we're gonna try. I know we gotta keep consistent. Let's do this. Today we got comparisons and more, part 1. There is a second part to this talking about how there's different expressions, but I think it's easier to just comparisons by itself is kind of something that you should focus on its own rather than trying to throw in more things. So I think we're going to do this part 2 next week. This week we're just going to be part 1, which is Yori and no Hoga and stem form plus ho or Kata or whatever. So today we have ho for comparisons. So basically, if you look at this kanji here, this means kata, which means way or where you're going to go. In the direction. It looks like a person like pointing like this, right? So this means that one way is better to do than the other way. So I'm going to go into the way of the better option. That's how you should think about comparisons, is how kind of Japanese people think when it comes to something like that. So, for example, pizza no hou ga oishii yo. Pizza is more delicious. Now, you can use this without even comparing it to another item. Like, you don't even have to say pizza is better than ice cream. You can just say pizza is more delicious. If you just want to say that, you just literally just put pizza no hou ga oishii yo. Moving into the direction of pizza is more delicious. Conceptually, that's basically how it goes. For example, nani ni suru? Sushi? Pizza? What should eat? Right, this is just the literal thing. It should be what should we eat? What should we eat? Sushi or pizza? Takai mono wa iya dakara pizza ni shiyou ka, right? So, well, I don't want to eat anything expensive, so pizza? Nah, pizza no hou ga takai yo. Pizza is more expensive, idiot. And remember that Japanese is a high context language. So notice that I didn't have to say sushi. I didn't have to say sushi yori pizza no hou ga takai. I can just say pizza is more expensive, right? We don't have to put that other comparison item in order for this sentence to make grammatical sense in actual conversation. So this is kind of like your shortcut to just saying something is more delicious, turning any adjective into a comparative adjective. A comparative form anyway. You can always use it as a negative, of course, right? And in context where we want to say should or shouldn't. So for example, この近道を使った方がいい. We should take this shortcut. いや、危ないから使わない方がいい. Yeah, but it's dangerous, so it's better that we don't. Now notice that when you say should, it's the past tense form, right? It's the past tense of the way. So you can kind of think of this as we've already made this decision. This decision has already been made, right? To use it, right? Which means we should move towards the direction assuming that this decision to use the shortcut has already been made. It's this weird kind of time paradox thing. It's just like, it's already been made. Let's assume that the decision has been made, and let's move in the direction of where the decision has been made. If that makes any sense. 使った方がいい。近道を使った場合は, like in the situation that it was used, それにしよう. Let's do that. Or you can just say 使った方がいい. This is better than this. And notice that ga is the particle as well. Out of all decisions, remember, oh my God, out of all decisions that could be made, ga, this one, using this shortcut is the best way, I think, that we should do. And then this one person says, 使わない方がいい. Now, why won't it be 使わなかった方がいい? I don't know. Just know, just know that it's just the negative form and you don't need to change anything, right? Assuming that the decision that we don't do it, we don't use it, we're going to move into that direction. Either way, you should be focusing more on the hoga rather than these conjugations. They're basically just positive, you use the past tense, and negative, you just use the normal tense, okay? Present tense. Now, we have another one called yori. So, yori is kind of this particle that brings down an option. So, if I had apple, oranges, and I put yori on apple, apple yori, orange no hoga, ii, apple goes down thanks to yori. Yori will bring the apple down. And then orange will be lifted up by ho, right? You're lifting up using the fucking kanji thing and he's lifting him up to the sky kind of thing. That's how you can kind of imagine visually what these comparisons are. So for example, the marble is heavier than the ball. Bouru yori bidama no ho ga omoi desu. Okay? So bouru yori, the ball goes down in this comparison. Bidama goes up. The guy's surfing and bringing it up, and it's more heavy. That makes no sense in English. It's heavier, okay? Boru yori bidama no hou ga omoi desu. The ball gets down, and the bidama is lifted up in this kind of sense to be whatever adjective it's supposed to be. So yori brings something down, just like we said before. This kanji, like imagine, this kanji means yori, to stop somewhere. So imagine you're going down to the convenience store down at the street. I just thought I would put this in there to give you an extra mnemonic to work with. But other than that, yeah. Okay, so toward the direction of a better thing, we just talked about that. So by using yori, we can compare two different things and turn those adjectives into the comparative forms. So for example, you could say like the ball is lighter than the whatever, right? So you could say, I don't know, marble yori boru no hou ga karui. Let's say the man is faster than the woman in this situation. Kanojo yori otoko no hou ga hayai. Okay? So I want you to kind of like practice a thing. Think of different kind of examples that you can think of in your house or whatever. And just practice that form. Again, you should know this. It's relearn Japanese. You should already know this. So you don't need to use no hoga every time for this grammar. Shakin de harau yori mashi da ne. So it's better than paying using credit. So shakin is debt or credit, and then de is harau. Harau is to pay, and then yori is whatever. So this whole option here, shakin de harau koto, right? This whole thing, yori goes down, mashi. And mashi means like, oh, it's a good thing. So mashi da ne. It's better than nothing. That's basically what you can say. Mashi, this is actually a good phrase you can use. We'll learn that later. But just slapping this one changes the adjective. Remember that Japanese is a high context language, like we said before. So a lot of content is built through the actual interaction of the thing, which is why we don't need to compare the two things together, right? Of saying like, paying by credit, via by paying by cash and money that I have. We don't have to say that. It's already assumed in the conversation. We can just say, shakin de harau yori mashi da ne. Like, it's better than nothing, right? Assuming that the sentence before where we were talking about, paying with cash or genkin or whatever versus credit card or whatever like that, right? So just know that you can use this by itself. There really is no strict rules. So you can also use yori plus mo, the me too particle. Remember the me too inclusive particle, and turn it into a superlative, which means the best or the most or whatever, right? And it's optional to put the mo. You don't have to put the mo, but if it helps you kind of separate the two kind of grammars and really just kind of push it, I would put the mo for now and then drop it later when you get used to it. So basically you can compare something with everything and everybody else. この犬は誰よりもkawaii. I guess I guess a dog. 何よりも. I guess you could say 何よりも as well. I might have screwed this up. 何よりも. 誰よりも. I guess it depends how much respect you have for the dog if you treat it like a person. But anyway, so this dog is cuter than any other in the world, okay? Including who, dare, as in everybody, me mo as well, who is lower thanks to the word yori. If that makes any sense. So this dare, okay, this dare is representing everybody in the goddamn world and every dog in the goddamn world, right? Yori, you bring that down. Mo, and I mean everybody. I'm not just talking about one person or one dog. I'm talking about everybody. So this dare yori mo, everybody, bro. Everybody. This dog is cuter than everybody, okay? That's what we're talking about at this sentence. Maybe it'll make more sense with the second example. 商品の質を何よりも大切にしてる. So, we place value over anything else when it comes to our products. So we go 商品の質. This is product quality. 何よりも, okay? 何, anything. Anything, 何, what, anything. より, bring that down. も, everything gets brought down. everything gets brought down, and this shohin goes all the way to the top. The shohin no shitsu. Nani, Yori, bring that down, all of it. Bring it all down, put it in a package. All right, you're putting it in a package. You got the mo, you got the nani, and you put the Yori, you bring it all the way down. And then you put the taisetsu all the way up. And then that means product value is what we value the most out of everything. So just imagine, okay, visually, that this is like a little package, okay? So nani, and then we got mo, and then Yori brings it all down. So nani, the Yori, the mo, and it brings it all down. And then the highest thing in the world is whatever you want it to be. And that's basically how you can kind of think of how that works. But that being said, this was hella confusing. Be sure to watch it again and do the quiz on patreon.com/maydaysan. $1 a month. Starting at $1 a month, you'll get the quiz to help reinforce what we learned today, as well as some kanji buff stuff and other stuff that's going to be coming to the Patreon as well, guys. But thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. We're back. I've been busy. And we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.